Well, let's ask somebody who's actually been part of it. Joining us now on the show is a guy who has set an amazing example for young student athletes everywhere. Folks, this is how you do it. He was voted the offensive MVP of the LSU team this year. He was the leading rusher for LSU, and it came to the running back spot. And he just graduated with a degree in business with a GPA of around 3.5. Josh Williams. Josh, good morning.
Merry Christmas.
Morning, how are you doing? Merry Christmas to you all.
Josh, I feel like
What
you're
a
like on Good
setup.
Morning America
Yes.
or something. Yeah,
How y'all
So
doing?
festive.
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well.
well, first off, let's start. Congratulations on graduating from LSU with the GPA that you did. You're in business. You know, you're not taking a bunch of music appreciation classes, right? I mean, this is a challenging field. How did it feel to walk across that stage Friday?
Felt amazing. It's always been a huge accomplishment for me to graduate in business. It's something I've been wanting to do since high school. So I'm very excited about what's next.
Josh, you gave a very moving speech to the your fellow graduating student athletes. You got up there and you said, "I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Walk On. My name is Too Small." Talk to me about that.
Well, growing up, it's always been all these doubts. People say I'm too small, or even when I get to college, people want to label me as a walk-on. It's always been tough to push past that, so I wanted everybody to understand this is the journey that I've had to take, and it wasn't always easy.
You told me about you and your mother had an agreement, right? If you left, you're from Texas. If you went out of state for school, what did she tell you you had to do?
I had to keep a GPA above 3.4, 3.5, somewhere around there. She said I had to keep my GPA above that if I wanted to go outside of school, and I said no problem.
And you did it. Coach Kelly's mantra has been graduate champion since he got here. And I would think that he's got to look at you as kind of being the guy that's going to carry the flag and set the example for everyone else. What's been the interaction with him been like as the head coach in terms of, Josh, I'm so proud of you, or thanks for, making school important?
Me and Coach Kelly have our little side conversations when we talk, and it's funny because he doesn't really always give you a lot of affection, but whenever he does, it's very small. So I appreciate him, and he's basically told me to just continue to stay consistent and continue to lead the team. So I'm excited to do so.
Yeah, Josh, it's amazing. A year ago at this time, you guys were getting ready for the Texas Bowl against Kansas State. You were one of the guys that suited up and played in that game. One of the few and the proud, right? that day. And it was a rough day. I mean, just tell me about, the last 365 days or whatnot with Coach Kelly and where you are right now and just kind of getting on board with his process and his vision for LSU.
Right now we are focused on Purdue, of course. This week of practice is going to be very crucial. We're going to treat it as such as a game week. But as far as the spring and going forward into the next season, we're going to continue just to work on our process. We have a lot of younger guys coming in the summer. We got to incorporate our process to them and continue to build our team's goals and stay consistent to everything going into the training camp and just go with the process and just take everything one day at a time.
Josh, are you sensing that after the last two games didn't go your way, that the team, really doesn't want to go into the offseason on a 3-game losing streak, that it's important to win this bowl game and, create positive momentum into 2023?
Yes, sir, of course. Coach Kelly also wants to get to 10 wins, of course. We are 9 wins right now. We've been trying to get to 10 wins these last couple of weeks, and we haven't been able to. So this win will be extreme and big for our team in many ways.
We're all assuming, but you are coming back for next season, right? I mean, you're not going pro.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No, sir. I'm planning on coming back to LSU next season.
Lloyd.
Yeah, I was wondering because the man's graduated already, so now you're about to just, I guess, go pro, and you're about to start focusing Does your focus shift
I
to
know
just strictly
everybody's
football?
Yeah, so everybody's texting me and saying like, "Oh, dude, are you going pro? You graduated already?" And I graduated a semester early, so I guess it does feel weird or look weird because I'm not graduating with my peers. But I plan on coming back next year. I just wanted to try and get ahead so I can get started on my MBA.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was all the talk. I was there for your graduation Friday. It wasn't about NFL. It was about NBA, and the professors that were coming up to you and saying, hey, Josh, we want you to be, take my class. They're recruiting you to take their classes,
I know, that was funny. That was my first time getting recruited for classes.
What about this journey that you've been on? I mean, you were on the 2019 team. You were on the scout squad, and you had a knee injury that year. So you've watched that. You've been through the zombie season of 2020 and empty stadiums and just the strangest year ever, and coaching changes, and now back on the upswing. I mean, what have the previous years been like for you at LSU?
Looking back on it, I wouldn't change a thing. I love everything that has happened, including the COVID year, the relationships I've made, the coaches I've met. I wouldn't take it back for anything. But I would say that it has been a wild ride with COVID and this whole change in culture in the facility and the different coaches around. So I would say it's been a wild ride. I just try and enjoy the moments day in and day out. Try to enjoy the journey. I don't want to overlook it and look back and be like, dang, why didn't I enjoy this moment? So I just try to take it day in and day out and just stay in the moment.
Your family, too. Your dad, Jermaine, he played in the NFL, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Jermaine, along the way, played with this guy named RB Williams, who was a star at LSU in the late 80s, a personality for sure. And you've gotten to know him. You call him Uncle Harvey. He's not related to you by blood, even though his last name is Williams and whatnot. But what is Uncle Harvey like, Josh Williams?
Uncle Harvey is a character. He's amazing. He's a mentor, somebody I talked to really close to my father. He's been there since I could remember growing up, and I remember growing up at his house. And turns out he's one of LSU's great running backs. So growing up, I always liked LSU and always aspired to go to LSU and play like he did.
And in true Harvey Williams fashion, he was talking about how well you've done in school, your GPA and whatnot. And he says Josh gets that from his mom. His dad's as dumb as a box of rocks.
I know. They always go at it, always throwing jabs at each other. It's funny. They're always at it every day, all the time.
Lloyd, you got anything for the great Josh Williams?
I actually do. For Josh, just because of the way that your journey's gone, when did you feel like did you ever feel like you were going to get an opportunity to become LSU starting running back? And how hard was it to continue in the age of the transfer portal? And, obviously you're talented and it takes time to get noticed, I guess, a little bit. When did it feel like you finally got your star turn and be like, I can be and will be LSU starting running back and continue to perform? Because every time you got the chance to play, you played well.
Well, just had to keep faith in God, of course. It has been a long journey. I mean, coming in, not getting any playing time for ultimately 2 years, and then getting a couple runs here and there, and basically always starting at the back of the depth chart. So it's been a journey mentally and physically, of course. But I just stay consistent, keep my head down, don't say anything, and just keep working.
Josh, I know everyone's path is different as far as what they do in life and what their career, and I'm not like pointing my finger at anybody, but I mean, in your case, you're a case of not hitting the transfer portal, right? I mean, you waited until this year to score your first touchdown at LSU, and you've been on the roster since 2019, right? I mean, there is something to be said about sticking with it. There's some tough days where I feel like, things are not going my way, but if I continue to work hard, I'll get there, right?
Right. Yes, sir. I never had any doubts or never thought to myself that I couldn't do this. I've always had a positive mindset about my situation, and I've always knew that I would be successful.
Well, good deal. Well, we appreciate all your time. Is there anything else you wanna share about how's the team looking in practice?
We're looking great. We have a good focus right now. We're moving a lot of pieces around. We got a lot of guys working in and out. So we're doing good. I don't want to say too much, but we're looking good. We're ready. We're getting ready for Purdue this week. We're getting focused. We're getting in that mindset of game week. So it's getting close.
And one more before you get out of here. What was the energy like when Kayshawn announced he was coming back? Because it felt like it was kind of a surprise to everyone.
Everybody was excited and surprised, of course, because everybody all the stuff going on about him going to the NFL. But everybody was super excited, and then I think that him saying that he was going to come back, I think it's caused more of a team deal where everybody's just ready to go next year. So
run it back.
We're excited. All right.
And one more for you on the way out. We always still have a love affair with Joe Burrow. So if you have any Joe Burrow stories from your time in 2019, feel free to let it rip. I don't want to put you on the spot, but you got to have. I mean, I imagine something in the building because if he feels like an enigma a little bit.
I played Joe Burrow one time in ping pong, and he killed me my freshman year. We were in Atlanta, Georgia, in the Peach Bowl. You know how they have like the suites at the game suites for the team, and we were playing. He was killing everybody in ping pong, and I had just graduated out of high school, and in my high school we had a ping pong table, and I used to be pretty good on it. So I come in talking all this mess and stuff, and he's had like 3 or 4 games. And I get on, and he killed me, and he just let everybody know that he beat me and all that. So yeah,
because he doesn't seem like much of a talker. He's just about that action.
Yeah, but whenever he gets around your teammates and stuff, he'll talk a lot more. So.
And sorry for continuing to extend this interview, Josh, but just popped in my head. Kevin Falk, before the year, LSU's all-time leading rusher, coached you at the position. He told me, I asked him, I said, there's some guys on the team that you're rooting for. He goes, there's one guy above them all. It's Josh Williams. I mean, he told me this back in August that he was rooting for you more than anybody. What about his impact on you at LSU?
He's had a great impact on me. You know, he was here my freshman year. He always looked out for me, always made sure I understand what was going on. And he helped me with my position, telling me to play special teams, telling me what I needed to do to get on the field, kind of guided me to my success, honestly. And now that he's gone, he's still been a mentor, still reaching out. We still talk about football and stuff in my life. So he's been nothing but a great mentor and coach to me.
All right, and Frank Wilson obviously is tremendous as well. I'm going to put you on the spot, Josh. Can you give me the running back creed that you gave me in that interview a while back?
Sir, say it again.
The running back creed, the creed that you guys.
I can give. You want it right now?
Yes, sir. I'd love to hear it.
It's all about the ball. You protect it with your dear life. This ball is the pride and tradition of LSU football. It will not be entrusted in the hands of the timid or the weak. You've earned the right to carry it, so do so with dignity and courage, for you are a trained assassin. Yeah.
That's the way to end an interview.
I bet, yeah, that 1.8's going to look real good on you next year, too.
All right. Josh, thanks so much for your time. Merry Christmas to you, your family, and keep doing what you're doing. The world needs more Josh Williams.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
it.